Hello everyone, this is Dr. MiteshGala. Welcome to Rough Book, a learning companion.
We're starting with shares exercise 3C part 2. There were few sums which were left, the difficult ones which I didn't do last time. So we are going to do all those sums. In the screen you can see the page of the sums that we are going to do exercise 3C. The ticked ones I am planning to do 2, 4, 6, 7. And then on the next page I am planning to take up these sums. That is sum number 10, 13 and 14. So you can take a screenshot in case if you don't have the textbook and then we can work on it. Yeah, we're using concise, that is Selina. Let's hit it guys. I want everyone to try sum number 2. By now we know all the formulae for shares, that is amount invested, then number of shares and how to calculate the profit return and all that case. So let's give our best shot. Let's begin with sum number 2. I'm sure everyone will be able to tackle this exercise easily. Mrs. Kulkarni invests 1,31,040. So investment 1,31,040 rupees. Further, in buying 100 rupees shares at a discount of 9%. So face value 100 rupees, discount 9%. If she sells shares worth rupees 72,000. Now this is very important statement. This is where most of the children do mistakes. They're clearly saying that she sells shares worth rupees 72,000. So number of original shares we'll first try and calculate. And for original shares you need to know what was the market value. So let's read the question further. Mrs. Kulkarni invests this much in buying 100 rupees shares at a discount of 9%. So my market value is going to be 100 minus 9% of 100. So that should be 91 rupees. So original number of shares 1,31,040 divided by 91. Let's cancel it. So I think 7 13 7 1s are 761, 7 8s are 56, 550, 7 7s are 120. 13 times 1s are 13, 57. So 4s are again 4s are and 0s are. So original number of shares are 1440 shares. Yeah. Now new number or number of shares sold. So number of shares sold. She has sold shares worth 72,000. Worth. That is why we are going to divide by face value, not market value. That's where most of the children go wrong. What do? Is they take market value here instead of face value because they said worth. Worth is the most important word that we need to pick up. So number of shares sold are 720, correct? And balance shares, so that will be 1440 minus 720. So 720 shares. Now let's read the question further and see what do they want. So they say at a premium of 10% and the rest at a discount of 5%. Find the total gain or loss. So what she has done is the total shares that she had 1,440 broken into two parts, 720 and 720. First lot is sold at a higher price. Second lot is sold at a lower price. Together the total income is what she is getting, and then they are asking you whether there is a profit or is there a loss. So let's find for part 1. So first number of shares have been sold at a profit or a premium of 10%. So sale proceeds 1. Sale proceeds 1. That is going to be number of shares and at a premium of 10%. So 110 rupees. So when you multiply this, you will get 79,200, I guess. 72, 72, 72. Yeah, that's correct. 79,200. And sale proceeds 2. So sale proceeds 2 will be the remaining shares, that is another 720 shares, and these shares have been sold at a discount of 5%. So 100 minus 5%, that will be 95. So we'll have to calculate this 720 into 95. So let's take a rough sheet and calculate that quickly. I don't have place on this. 72 into 95. So 5 2s are 10, 35, 36. 9 2s are 18, 63, 64. So 0, 14, 7 and 1, 8, 6. 6840 is what I get. 68,400 rupees. So therefore total sale proceeds is going to be 79,200 plus 68,400. So that should be 600, 8 plus 9, 17, 13, 14. 1,47,600 becomes my total sale proceeds. And now try and get me the final income. So what is the gain or loss? So this is the investment that she made, and this is the price what she is getting on selling both the shares, both part of the shares. So therefore income or gain, you can say, is equal to 147,600 minus 131,40. So what will be the difference? 6, 5, again 6, 1, 16,560. How many of you all managed to get the same answer? Brilliant, guys. If you got the same answer, nothing like it. The only thing that was different is this part. Shares were sold worth 72,000. So you need to take over here the face value and not the market value. Please remember that. Let's go with the next question. I want everyone to try sum number 4. Let's see what does this question say. Gagan invested 80% of his savings. So he's got a total savings. Out of that, again, two parts have been made. Part 1 is 80%, part 2 is remaining, which is going to be 20%. So we'll write over here part 1 and part 2. Yeah. And before that, we'll say let total investment be rupees X. So total investment is X rupees. Yeah. Now part 1 is 80%. So investment will be 80% of X, and part 2 will be 20% of X. So 1 0 cancel. So 8 by 10, 2 by 10. Don't cancel this further. We will see if needed later on. We'll cancel. Let's see what are the details further. So Gagan invested 80% of the saving in 10% 100 rupee shares at 20% premium, and the rest of his savings at 20% 50 rupee shares at 20% discount. If the income from these shares is 5,600, that means both the incomes, income of share 1 plus the income of part 2 together is 5,600. So let us first write all the data. We have DR, FV, MV. So the dividend rate for the first one is 10% 100 rupee shares premium. So 10% 100 rupee shares at a premium of 20%. So 120 rupees. And the second one, they said the rest of the savings at 20% 50 rupee shares, 20% discount. So 20% 50 rupee shares at 20% discount. So 50 rupees minus 20% of 50. So that is going to be 10 rupees. So basically 40 rupees becomes your market value. Now AI1, that is annual income 1 plus annual income 2, together they said is 5,600. So first annual income 10% into 100 into 10% into 100 into investment, that is 8 by 10x into market value. Now market value, people write over here 120. Take care of this. Here is where again people go wrong. This is basically investment divided by market value. So when I write multiply, it has to be reciprocal of that. That becomes 1 by 120. Do you understand this part? Yeah. Second income 20%, 50 rupees. Investment 2 by 10x. Again multiply. So the market value will be 1 by 40. And together both the income is 5,600. Let's cancel. These things get cancelled. See, directly it got cancelled. 8 1s are 8 15s are. So I get 1 by 15x plus. Here this gets cancelled. This gets cancelled. Anything else? 5 2s are 10. So this 10 goes. 2 1s are 20. So I get 1 by 20x equals to 5,600. Taking the LCM, that is going to be 60. So I'll multiply each term by 60. So this is going to be 15 1s are 4s are. So 4x, 3x equals to 5,600 into 60. 7x, so I'll get 5,600 into 60 by 7. 7 1s are 8s are and 2 zeros. So 8 6s are 48 and 1 2 3. So that becomes your total investment, which we assumed as X. Let's see what the question is. They say first find the investment on the whole share. So we found it. So we can say total investment equals to 48,000 rupees. Clear everybody? Now we need to find the second part. The second part is the number of shares of the first kind bought. So first kind is this. So number of shares of type 1. That will be investment. So 8 by 10 into X. X is 48,000 divided by market value. When I multiply, it becomes reciprocal 1 by 20. Are you getting it? So 1 0, another 0, 12 ones are 12 40s are. So 8 fours are 32 and 1 0, 320 shares. Come on, get me the third part on your own without looking into the video. Come on, start beginning. Number of second type of shares. So shares 2. Again same thing we will do. Investment, that is 2 by 10x. X is 48,000 into market value, that is 1 by 40. Correct? So 0 0 0 0. 4 ones are, 2 zeros are gone. So 4 ones are 4, 120s are, 12 twos are 24. So therefore 240 shares. How many got all three correct? 1, 2 and 3. If you manage to get it correct, I am seriously impressed. Let's take the next one, and this time I am just going to give you the hint and you will try and go ahead on your own, because I have given you a little bit practice with these difficult ones already. I want everyone to try sum number 6. Gopal has some 100 rupees shares of company A paying 10% dividend. He sells, okay, let me show it on the screen. Gopal has some 100 rupees shares of a company A paying 10% dividend. He sells a certain number of these shares at 20% discount and invests the proceeds in whatever details. If the income from the shares sold increases by 18,000. So now the income from the second shares is 18,000 more. That means AI2 minus AI1 is going to be 18,000. So first get the details of both the shares, like part 1, part 2. Once you get the details of both the shares, then say AI2 minus AI1 is equal to rupees 18,000. And that will help you to frame your equation. Come on, try it, hit it guys. Let's see if you can tackle this one. Come on, pause the video, try it on your own. So the question is, find the number of shares sold by Gopal. So we'll say let the number of shares sold be X. These are number of shares. Now share 1 and share 2. So 2 shares, let's see, part 1 and part 2. So they say Gopal has some 100 rupees shares of a company paying 10% dividend. He sells a certain number of shares. So part 1, 100 rupees shares, that is face value, and dividend rate is 10%. He sells a certain number of these shares at 20% discount. So sale proceeds is what I can get. So number of shares are 80 into selling price. So number of shares X and 80 rupees they have been sold at. So your total sale proceeds should be 80x. This now becomes the investment for part 2. So part 2 investment is 80x rupees. Is that clear everyone? Then further, 20% in 100 rupees shares at 60 rupees of a company, paying dividend 20%. So face value is 100 rupees. Dividend rate they have given 20% and market value 60 rupees. So this is the data being given for the second type of shares. So we will say AI2 minus AI1 is equal to the difference, that is 18,000, because it increased by 18,000. So AI2 will be dividend rate, that is 20% given to us, into face value, into investment upon market value. So I got AI2. How about AI1? So 10%, 100 rupees shares, and number of shares sold is X. So we are considering only X. We are not considering the entire lot he had. Only the number of shares that he has sold is equal to 18,000. Come on, hit it now. This is going to be very simple for you now. Come on, try and get the answer. Pause the video. Stop. So I should get 80x by 3 minus 10x is equal to 18,000. So 80 minus 30 will give me 50x, and 3 goes on the other side. So I have taken the LCM and sent 3 on the other side. So 18,000 into 3 by 50. 5 3s are 15, 6 0. So x 18, 9 and 1 10. So how many shares were sold originally? 1080. So your question is, find the number of shares sold by Gopal. So number of shares sold is equal to 1080 shares. Are we clear now with this question? How many of you have got it? If you got it, amazing. Guys, let me tell you, all the sums that I'm doing in this exercise are very important from the point of view of school prelims, because most of the teachers ask these type of questions. Yeah, but not from the point of view of the boards, because in boards you will see slightly simpler sums, basically the sale proceeds type. Okay, let's take the next one, sum number 7. Read the question on your own, pause the video, see what you can do, and then come back. A man invests a certain sum of money. So how much investment is not known. At 6%, 100 rupees 12 premium. I am reading all the data quickly. When the share fell to 96, he sold out all the shares and invested the proceeds in whatever. If the change in income is 540, this is most important. Change in income is 540. That means AI2 minus AI1 is equal to rupees 540. Are you getting that very clearly? Come on, let's hit it. So let a man invest a certain amount of money. So let the investment be rupees X. From there is what we begin. So type 1, what is the data? They say 6%, 100 rupees shares at 12 premium. So dividend rate 6%, face value 100 rupees at 12 rupees premium. So market value 112 rupees. He sold the shares at 96, so selling price 96 rupees. So therefore sale proceeds is very easy to calculate. Sale proceeds is going to be number of shares into the selling price. Number of shares is investment upon market value into 96 rupees. So that is the total sale proceeds what this guy is getting. So 16 6 are, 16 7 are, so 6 by 7 X rupees. This becomes the investment in the second shares. So share 2, investment 6 by 7 X rupees. What is the data further given? And invested the proceeds in 10%. So dividend rate 10%. 10 rupees at 8. So face value 10 rupees. Market value 8 rupees. Correct? So therefore AI2 minus AI1 is equal to the difference in the price, that is 540 rupees given in the question. So AI2 is 10% into 10 rupees into investment into market value. Don't write 8, write 1 upon 8, otherwise you will be doing the same mistake. Okay, minus AI1, that is 6%, 100 rupees multiplied by investment upon market value, that is 112. And the difference is 540 rupees. So let's calculate. 2 zeros get cancelled, 2 3s are 2 4s are, so I get 3 by 28x. Do not pause the video yet. Stop. Come on, go on your own. 2 zeros, 6 ones are, sorry, doesn't go in 6, so 2 3s are 256 are. So I get 3 by 56x equals to 540. So when I take the LCM, which is going to be 56, this is going to be double time, so 6x minus 3x, 540 into 56. So this is going to be 3x. So 540 into 56 upon 3 ones are 180s are. So final answer 180 into 56. So 56 into 18. 8 6 are 48, 44, 6 ones are 6 and 5. So I get 8, 10, 9 and 1 10. So it should be 1008 rupees as the total investment. The question is find the total investment. We found the total investment as 10,080. Did you manage to get this correct, everybody? Anybody? Okay, if you got this correct, I am really proud of you. You done a good job. Let's go with the next one. I want everyone to try sum number 10. Come on, pick it up. That is slightly easier one. So 10th one, I expect many of you all to go ahead. It says a man invested 45,000 in 15% 100 rupee shares quoted at 125. When the MV of these shares rose to 140, he sold some shares just to raise 8,400. Only some shares are sold, not all the shares, to raise 8,400. Calculate the number of shares he still holds and the dividend due to him on these remaining shares. So amount invested. So let's calculate. First thing is given to you as invested 45,000. Further 15%. So dividend rate 15%. Face value 100 rupees. So quoted at 125. So market value 125. Selling price, when the MV of these shares rose to rupees 140. So when the MV rose to rupees 140, he sold some shares, and the amount that he got, that is sale proceeds, this time is given to you. You don't have to calculate it, as 8,400. So this will help you to understand the number of shares sold. So number of shares originally first we'll find, and then we'll find the number of shares sold. So we'll come to know how many shares are still left with him. Okay, so number of shares originally. So originally will be the original investment 45,000 divided by the market value 125. So 25 fives are 25 ones are 25. So 200, that will be 8 and 2 zeros. 5 threes are 15, 30, so 360. So how many original shares were there? 360. Now number of shares sold. So that becomes the sale proceeds divided by the price at which it has been sold. So let's see, what do we get? 14 ones are 14, 6 are, I guess. So 60 shares have been sold. So number of shares left. How many shares have been left? So 360 minus 60, 300 shares he still holds. So your first part is number of shares sold, that is 60. We got the first answer. Second answer, the dividend due to him on these remaining shares. That's why we found the shares left. So AI on the remaining shares is going to be the dividend rate 15% into face value 100 into the number of shares, that is 300. So 45 and 2 more zeros. So 4,500 rupees. That becomes the AI on the remaining shares. Did you understand this question? I think someone asked me in the comment section about this question when I did the second part. That's why I included this in this part. So it becomes easy for you now to tackle this question. Let's go with the next one. 13. Put a star besides it. One of the favorite question for the teachers is to put this question in the prelims. So let's try this 13th question now. Divide 50,760 in two parts. Okay. So one part can be X. Another part will be, did you say X minus 50,760 or did you say 50,760 minus X? Decide. Yeah, it cannot be X minus, because out of 50,000, one part is X. So another part is 50,000 minus X. Are you able to understand this? So we'll say let one part of investment be X. Therefore, other part is equal to 50,760 minus X rupees. So part 1 and part 2. First is investment, and this is X. Here it is 50,760 minus X. Let's see the data further. They further say, such that one part is invested in 8%, 100 rupees at 8% discount. So dividend rate 8%, face value 100 rupees, and market value discount of 8%, so 92 rupees. Whereas the other part, 9%, 100 rupees, 8% premium. So 9%, 100 rupees, and how much premium? 8% premium. So becomes 108 rupees. Correct? Further, what do they say? If the income from both the investments are equal, that means AI1 and AI2 both are equal. So AI1 equals AI2. So dividend rate 8% into face value into investment upon market value. Likewise, you're still copying. Come on, pause it. That's so simple. Can't you manage it? 9%, 100. Stop laughing. 50,760 minus X, that is investment, divided by the market value 108. So 2 zeros go away. Can I cancel anything? Yeah, maybe by 4. So 4 2s are 8, 3s are, and 4 2s are. So I get 2 by 23X minus equals to 2 0 go away, 1s are 12s. So I get 50,760 minus X by 12. 12 goes on the other side, so 24X. 23 goes on this side, so 23 multiplied by, or 50,760 minus X. So on opening, 24x 50,760 into 23 minus 23x. Yeah, my recommendation would be don't multiply this. You will waste your time. I'll tell you how to tackle this. Don't worry. Right now this will come on this side, so it will become 47x 50,760 into 23. Send this 47 down. So it is going to be x is equal to 50,760 into 23 upon 47. Now you can cancel this directly. 47 ones are 47, 3, so 37. Doesn't go, so 1 0. Now I get 376. So 47, if I multiply by 8, it is going to be 376. So 8 and this 0. So I get 1080 into 23. Yeah, that should become your first part. So let's multiply 108 into 23. So 3 4s are 2, 3, 16, 1, 2. So I get 4842. 24840. Anyone manages to get this? 24,840. Wow, that's good. Your question is find both the parts. We just found one part. Can you calculate and get me the second part as well? Come on. So part 2 becomes this, that is 50,760 minus 24,840. So the difference, how much do you get? Come on, let's calculate. 25,920 is what you get. Yeah, that's correct. If you got both the parts like this, part 1 and part 2, good job. It was a tough question, guys, but I am sure you'll have done it with ease. So it's not tough for you anymore, at least for you. Okay, let's try the next question. Sum number 14. Come on, similar type to what we just did. Hit it. Mr. Shamim invested 33 1/3% of his savings. Now this 33 1/3% is very important. If you look at this carefully, 33 1/3%, correct? What do you mean by this? First you need to understand this. So 33 into 3, 99 plus 1, 100 by 3%. Percent means divide by 100. So 103 by 100. So what do you get? 1/3. Technically it is only 1/3, but to complicate it, they say 33 1/3%. So how are you going to write? So he has got the total savings which has been broken into two parts. So we'll say let the total investment be rupees X. So the total investment is rupees X. Out of that, two parts are there. So again, part 1 and part 2. So first one, investment 33 1/3%. So that is 100 upon 3 into 1 by 100 X. So that becomes 1/3 X. So what will be part 2? Now you don't need to understand how to get part 2. It's very simple. Total is X. 1/3 is here. So what is left? X minus 1/3. So take the LCM and you will get 2/3 X rupees. Here you are getting 1/3 X. Did you understand this? Was it very simple? Now the rest of the sum is very simple. Only this part was tricky. Come on, hit the question. So they say in 20% 50 rupees quoted at 60. 20% 50 rupees quoted at 60. So this is your dividend rate, face value, market value. What about the second part? 10% 100 rupees quoted at 110. 10% 100 rupees quoted at 110. Come on, let's get the question. What is the main punchline? So the punchline is if his total income is 9,200. Total income means income 1 plus income 2. So AI 1 plus AI 2 is 9,200. Pause, come on, don't be shameless. It's very simple. Now you can manage. 20% into 50 into investment divided by market value. Remember, so your market value is going to be 1 by 60 plus the second one, so that is 10% into face value, investment, market value 1 by 110, and the total is 9,200. So this cancels, 5 and 2, so 0 goes, 5 2s are 10, so 1 0 I have cancelled. So I get 1 by 18x plus these two zeros also get cancelled. This 0 also gets cancelled. Anything else? No, nothing else. So 2x by 33. is equal to 9600. Let's take this forward. So LCM, you'll have to cross multiply, no choice. So 33x plus 36x. How many of you have paused and come back to check this calculation over here? Cheaters. So 9200 into 18 into 33, because these two will come here. Add these two, so I'll get 69x, 9200, 1833. Don't waste your time multiplying this part, leave it. Now you can cancel it, and in the end we will multiply 18 into 33 by 69. So this can go in 23, I guess. 23 3 times, 23 4 times, 4 23, 4 3s are 12, yeah, that's correct. So 2 more zeros, 3 ones are 11. So I get 44 into 18. Let me calculate 18 into 44. 8 4s are 32, 4 plus 3 7, 792 00 rupees. That becomes my part 1. That becomes my total income. I'm so sorry. So your question is find his total savings. So total savings we managed to find. There are 2 more parts after this. So first part, total savings is equal to 79,200 rupees. How many got this? On their own, even without copying the calculation. If you got it, good job. Second part, number of 50 rupees shares. So number of 50 rupees shares. 50 rupees shares means the first type of shares. This is similar to that previous one, you remember, investment by market value you have to do now. So investment is 1/3 x. So 1/3 x is 79,200 into 1 by market value, that is 60. So 1 0 goes away. 6 ones are, I hope it cancels. 6 ones are 6, 6 3s are 18, 2 0. And 3 further, 3 4s are and 4s are. So number of shares are 440 shares. Yeah. Let's get this third part. Number of 100 rupees shares. That is the second type here. So that again will be the investment 2/3 of x, that is 79,200 into market value 1 by 110. 0 0 goes. So 11 ones are, 11 sevens are, 2s are, 0s are, 3 ones are, 3 2s are 6, 4s are, 0s are. So multiply, I get 480 shares. So that is the type 2 shares. So your first answer is here, second answer is here, and third answer is here. Yeah, these were all different sums, so I thought I'll make a separate video of all these type of questions. Let me repeat again, these type of questions are usually not expected in the boards. If it comes, don't come and catch me, but usually not expected. School prelims, 100%, because teachers love to give you challenges so that you're prepared. Yeah, that's why they do that. Homework time, where do I write? Okay, I'll write it behind. So your homework, I want you to do the following sums. You can do sum number 3, 4, 7, 8 and 13. Yeah, few sums I have repeated because they are difficult ones. So if you practice them, it's better for you. So please try and practice those sums. Alright. I hope guys you're getting all the sums, all the videos, and you all are safe at home. Please see to it you practice and make good use of this time. Bye guys. Take care. Stay safe and pray for everyone. Today,
Hope you had a lovely mathematics experience with the rough book, our learning companion.